He Might Bite by Lumeleo. Read by My Lost and Found. Summary. The Justice League are finally going to be introduced to Batman's partner, Robin. However, time travel shenanigans delay the meeting a bit. Not that it's going to make the situation any less baffling. This fic is about 1,300 words and one chapter. This PODFIC was recorded for Voiceteam 2025 for the challenge Fresh New Sound. As always, link to the fic is in the description, and on with the story. When the little boy disappeared in a sudden flash of light, Barry's first thought was, "Damn, now Batman will never share anything with us ever again." He was going to be appropriately embarrassed for his skewed priorities later. A child had just disappeared. Some hero he was making this about his own disappointment. But he had been excited, okay? All this time, they knew absolutely nothing about one of their teammates, except he had finally agreed to introduce them to his partner. And then, before even Barry's hyperspeed brain had managed to get over the shock of said partner being a kid in a colorful costume, the child had been whisked away. Oh, and replaced with a man in a black and blue outfit. That was probably worrisome, too. An intruder? That was really not good. The stranger glanced around as though taking in the situation. At least he seemed as confused as the rest of them. When his eyes found Batman, he relaxed, which was weird. Usually Batman had the opposite effect on people. The man settled into a sort of easy attention, hands clasped behind his back. "Code Cuckoo, subset TTMRCL, ID R01NW01. My counterpart is in action but accompanied by allies. It's been a while for me, but from what I recall, he'll have fun cracking some skulls." Batman's expression didn't shift. "And NW stands for?" "Nice try, but you trained me better than that. No information about the future beyond what can't be helped due to my being here." The man smirked, then turned to the rest of the JL with a theatrical bow. "For the time being, you may all refer to me as Robin." Batman relaxed? Not by much, but he did. When did Batman ever relax? I'm sorry. What's going on? Do you know this guy, Batman?" Green Lantern asked, arms crossed over his chest. "What was that weird code?" "Aw, you don't even have the Bat Protocol codes yet? I knew the League was all fresh back now, but I hadn't realized how new you guys are." The man, Robin, grinned. "Well, the ID part is obvious. It's just my identification. As for the code, I suppose there isn't too much risk telling you, since I know B's gonna introduce them to your procedures sooner or later." He gave Batman a mischievous look. "Unless the big bad bat isn't ready to share yet." To Barry's shock, Batman just grunted. Robin seemed to take this as a response, because he turned back to the rest of the League. "Code Cuckoo covers any scenarios where two or more people end up in each other's positions. You know, time travel, body swaps, teleportation, all that. Basically, if you're not where you should be, or who you should be." Robin grinned brightly, as though he wasn't talking about something absolutely weird. "In this case, time travel, where you get TT in the code. MR stands for mutual replacement. I'm here, and little me is back where I came from. Finally, CL means closed loop. I remember this happening when I was a kid, so there's no need to worry about splintering timelines or paradoxes or any of that." "And you just have codes for all that?" Green Arrow asked. Then he glanced at Batman and sighed. "Wait, never mind. Batman's involved. Of course he has codes for everything." "Yep, he's pretty much got the full system figured out by now, although it gets refined further later. Still, he makes sure everyone he works with also knows the older codes for time travel in case we end back before those adjustments." Honestly, I'm still a bit baffled by the idea that Batman would work with, well, anyone, Barry admitted. It took us ages to get him to agree to work with us on a regular basis. Now, Robin actually laughed. I know. He likes to play up the grumpy, solitary act. But really, he hasn't worked alone a day in his life. Even before I came around, he always had his background support. Batman grunted. There's no need to talk about all of this. He gave Robin what should have been a scathing glare. The young man just chuckled. Oh, please. The bat look doesn't even work on little me. I don't know why you bother to try. Even with the mask, Barry got the distinct impression that Robin was rolling his eyes. You need friends, Bee, and while I can't get you to admit it yet, you should at least be able to acknowledge that you need allies. And while I know you're stupidly paranoid about your personal life, they should at least be aware that if you get hurt on a mission, there are people back home who should be notified. Batman shifted, and if it had been anyone else, Barry might have thought he felt uneasy. Has that? Nuh-uh, no spoilers. You know better, Robin warned, waggling his finger as though he were talking to a child. However, it is always a possibility, and I know how you get about contingencies. What you need to know is that this is fine. It's fine for them to know you're human, to know you have a family, and yes, even to know me. Batman looked unconvinced. That remains to be seen. Well, you're gonna see it. Don't worry. I'll remind you I told you so when I get back to my bee. Robin patted Batman's shoulder, then turned towards the rest of the League. Now, I'm counting on you all to make little me feel welcome. He's been looking forward to meeting you all. Oh, of course, Wonder Woman beamed. I'm sure he's just as charming as you are. Oh, he's very charming. However, he's an absolute gremlin with anger issues and is currently frustrated by the delay. So I'd recommend not bad-mouthing Batman, or he just might bite. His gaze flitted across the group, pausing at Green Lantern and Green Arrow in particular. Which, fair. Batman sighed as everyone turned to look at him. I've been working on the biting things. It's not exactly healthy, given everything going around Gotham. You know that's not the main reason he shouldn't be biting people, right? Barry paused. On second thought, yeah, you're right. It's even worse in Gotham than it would be anywhere else. Exactly. And if anyone would know about unadvisable things to put in your mouth, it's a speedster. Robin nodded firmly. Oh, and while I remember, when you get a sidekick, you should arrange a playdate as soon as possible. Trust me, it'll go well. Barry blinked. Before he could decide what to even ask about that, there was another flash of light. The next moment, Robin was gone, and they were instead staring at a little child in bright colors, hands clenched into fists, and an utterly vicious look. Ah, pooey! I could have beaten up at least a dozen more bad guys, little Robin pouted, setting his hands on his hips. The next moment, he brightened, turning to the League. Hi, I'm Robin, Batman's partner. I'm here to make sure you're competent enough to look after him when I'm not around. Despite the haughty words, his grin was that of a very excited child. Robin. While Batman's voice was stern, his expression softened just a little bit in apparent relief. You promise not to antagonize anyone. I'm not antagonizing them, just making sure they know what's going to happen if they don't keep you safe. He studied each hero in turn, before finally grinning and pointing at Superman. You're my favorite. I mean, Bee's cool and all, but he can't actually fly. Maybe this would be the last time Batman ever shared anything with them. But the thoroughly exhausted sigh he gave at that was absolutely worth the whole ordeal. And that is it for this PODFIC. I am a huge fan of Batfamily meets the Justice League tag, like anything under that tag. Oh, I have scoured it. And this one is just lovely. It's a chaotic little Dick being a little gremlin. He is a gremlin. And it's lovely to see both adult him still giving off those like kind of vague vibes, and then just the child at the end that's like, I will fight all of you. I will. I like you, but I will fight any of you if you hurt my dad. It's amazing. I love it. I love it so much. Anyway, like I said at the beginning, this PODFIC was recorded for Voiceteam 2025 for the challenge Fresh New Sound. And that basically means for the challenge to record a PODFIC or audio work where a character has a character voice you've never done. And given this is my second ever fic I've recorded for Batman or DCU, you can guess that there's some new characters. Actually, every single character in this I have not attempted for a voice before, so all of them are new. And the, most I've seen of anything in the, DC universe is definitely the Flash TV show that has 9 seasons. I'm on season 3. It's already kind of bad, but I can't stop. Anyway, so I did my best to kind of get the voices somewhat close to one depiction that I found when I searched on YouTube for clips of their characters. Anyway, yeah, I love this fic. I hope you guys did. As always, link to the fic is in the description. Go leave a kudos, go leave a comment, whatever you can. I'm sure the original author appreciates it. And that is all. I will see you guys next time.